Laura and Lisa and Debbie.
Hi, everybody.
Hi there.
Hey, Rhonda's with me.
Oh, hey, Rhonda.
Hello.
Rhonda, how's the baby?
She's awesome. She's the cutest thing. I think it's the cutest baby in the world.
I'm sure she is.
But she has a father who was very possessive of her.
You know what?
And
Isn't that amazing? That's so sweet.
Yeah. So for me to see the baby, I have to go through Adam.
Oh,
And if I want to see the baby, I have to go get a COVID test.
yeah. Okay, I think that's a good thing.
Every single time I want to see the baby. Like,
Well, maybe not every single time.
his baby, his
much.
rules. I'm playing along instead of isolating. So he really won't let me see the baby until I've just had a.
Aww.
So of the 19 or 100 that I've taken, they've all been negative, but it doesn't matter because it just takes that one.
Okay, I see people are joining. Hi, everybody.
Hi, how's everybody?
Hi, Eileen.
A good year to you all, a healthy year.
Yes.
What lovely pictures.
Well, I think you will recognize a lot. These are past Lion of Judah events.
I can tell, but that's beside the point. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Everyone has makeup on.
There was one that just passed from one of the Lion of Judah conferences. I think the last one. Hi, Myrna. Hi, Bluma. I see Pat's on and Lisa's getting on.
That's a nice picture too.
Mm-hmm.
They're all beautiful. Remember what it was like when we got dressed?
Right, those were the days, right? We're all dressed.
Somebody said to me, why don't you buy some new clothes? I said, where am I going to wear them?
Oh,
I get dressed every day, but not, special dress.
I know. Hi, Judy.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New
Happy
Year to
New
you.
Year.
A healthy year to everyone. Because it's if a healthy year, it's a happy year.
Yes, that is the truth.
That's true. That
Hi,
is
Leslie.
They're mute.
But don't touch it. Just ask them if they can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
Hi, Nat. Hi, Leslie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Does everyone remember some of these events?
Sure do.
At Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The good old days.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Elaine. Hi, Kimberly. I see people are getting on. Hi, Evelyn.
Oh.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. That was our New York trip. Here, these are from the New York Lions trip. That too.
What was that?
I don't know, but one nice thing about being the host is I can put people on mute. So don't take it personally.
What were those bikini shots?
They had on t-shirts, right, talking about the
Oh.
Lion of Judah conference in Miami.
I was there. I didn't see that.
That was their recruitment at a Lion event, that they wore t-shirts that looked like they had on a bikini.
Ah, okay. I went to
Hi,
everything.
Lena.
I missed it though.
Okay, hi, everybody. Everybody's getting on. So, Mammy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Okay, it's just 4:30, but I think we'll give it another couple of minutes. I know we have many more that RSVP'd. So the first thing I'll ask everyone is to make sure you're on mute.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Okay, I think we should get started. So Carrie, thank you. I'm just going to cover a couple technical issues before we get started with the program. First of all, welcome. It's so great to see all of you. Happy and healthy New Year. I miss seeing all of you, and I really can't wait until we're all together. So a couple of things. First of all, please make sure you're on mute. And you can do that lower left corner of your screen. There's a microphone. Be sure to click on mute unless you're speaking. And also you have the ability to see gallery view or speaker view. And if you go up to the right hand corner of your screen, you can switch from speaker to gallery. However, we will be sharing our screen at various times during the program, and it does not matter what view you're on in order to view the screen. So with that, I will turn it over to the chair of our program committee, Janice Finan.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to see all of these Lions faces today. I sure wish we were in person, but oh well. I'm Janice Finan, by the way, and I am chairing the events committee this year, which goes without saying that this will be a unique challenge for all of us. And my great hope is that we can actually be together in person before next fall. And I would like to introduce and thank our committee members. So committee members, please unmute yourself, and when I call your name, wave and say hello so that your little box lights up, okay? Myrna Halpern.
Hello, can you see me?
Lori Karchmer.
Hi, Lions.
Hi, Lori. Lori Meskin.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
And Billy Peltz. I don't think she made it on the call. Billy, are you here? Anyways, thanks. Everyone's been really amazingly helpful. And we do have a few more events before next fall, so it's not too late to join our team. Just click the chat button below, or you can call the Federation office, and your assistance is welcome. So just a few words about me. My husband, Pat, and I moved here with our 3 young sons almost 17 years ago. It's hard to believe. And we only knew 2 people in Memphis. We quickly found a warm and welcoming Jewish community, and we were overwhelmed with the kindness and sense of connectedness here. And I'm proud to say that this is my 6th year as the Lion of Judah. I believe it's super important now, more than ever before, to connect and engage with the greater community. This part of a quote by Temple Israel's Rabbi Wax from the early 70s really spoke to me and to my reason for becoming a Lion of Judah. The purpose of religion is not merely to make us feel good, but to make us be good. So we can be good together. And I am grateful to be part of this dynamic and good group of women. I'd also like to thank our very generous gifts, the people who gave us very generous gifts for the raffle today to make our meeting more exciting. Dinstall's, Dazzle, The Bagel, and our very own lion, Myrna Halprin. Myrna will select all of the raffle winners for us throughout the meeting, and right now she's going to pick the first 2 winners.
Okay, everybody ready? This is for the cookbook. And the winner is Jill Steinberg. Okay, I don't know if Jill's here, but she won the cookbook. Then the next one is from Dinstall's and Roselle Lazarov. Okay.
Thank you so much, Myrna. And now, please enjoy this short video from our corporate sponsor, Duncan Williams Asset Management.
Let's try again.
Introduce this year's corporate partner for the Fall Lion of Judah event, Duncan Williams Asset Management. Ken has been a part of the Duncan Williams family for over 36 years. This is an example of where my 2 worlds cross, my husband's professional life and my personal passion. I was thrilled to learn that the asset management team agreed to be a corporate partner and sponsor of this year's Lion of Judah Fall event. And it is my honor to introduce 2 people from this family to offer welcoming words, Abby Williams and Carolyn Williams.
We feel that the Lions of Judah and their philanthropic mission aligns perfectly with ours. We are honored to support a community of strong women. Our mission at DWAM is investment advice, serving our clients and improving our community.
The Duncan Williams family is excited to support the Lions of Judah in their good works in the community.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jill, for that great introduction. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. For those, I think I know everyone on the call, but I'm Cindy Finestone, and I am proud to not only be a Lion, but serving as chair of Memphis Jewish Federation. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us. But before I share my thoughts, Myrna, I'm going to call on you again for another raffle prize. And you have to unmute yourself, Myrna.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, this is for another cookbook, and the winner is Elaine Scott. And this one is from Dazzle, and the winner is Mary Lynn Pearl.
Very good. Thank you so much. It seems like these days we can't have a conversation that doesn't involve the C word. But today I'd like to focus on 2 other C words. Our annual campaign and connections, a word that Janice has already mentioned. As many of you know, our campaign is different this year. We're asking major donors like you on this call, if you're able to make a 3-year commitment based on your 2020 unrestricted campaign gift. This will allow Federation to plan for future needs and unanticipated needs, as well as provide a level of stability to our partner organizations. If necessary, throughout the year, should other needs arise, Federation will launch targeted efforts and special fundraising appeals. I am pleased to report, to date, not only do we have 119 Lions in our Memphis Jewish community, but your pledges have raised over $1.7 million. And of these gifts, 55 are for a 3-year commitment. I can't thank you enough for your commitment and support of Federation. These are certainly interesting times, and given the holiday season, I think we have been reflecting on a year that has been and a year we hope will be. Being on the Zoom call allows us as Lions to connect, and I'm excited to hear from Debbie and Shelley about other programs that will allow us to further connect to each other and with others outside of our community. The C word, who will not be spoken, has prevented us from connecting with our families this past high holiday season. But if we pause for a second to reflect on the holidays in the past and your favorite family and holiday traditions, I hope you will do two things. One, please use this beautiful holiday journal that I hope everyone has had an opportunity to pick up. And if you hadn't, please call the Federation office and they will arrange a time for you to stop by and pick it up. And two, let's just take a moment and using the chat function, just jot down one favorite holiday memory or tradition. We'll just take another 30 seconds. I love seeing everyone's responses, being with family, baking. We've got some great recipes I think we need to get for some of these items that people are posting. So, and it's so important to be with our family. So thank you so much for taking the time out and doing this. And hopefully you'll use this journal to further write down favorite traditions. Even in these challenging times, I am grateful for my family and time Mark and I have had to spend and strengthen our connections with our children, family, friends, and community. This additional time together has allowed us to focus on our legacy of giving and let our children, Deborah and Edward, know why Federation is so important to us and why we support this organization. I thank all of you for your support for Memphis Jewish Federation, and I am very grateful for this amusing, not amusing, you are amusing, but amazing community. So with that, I will turn it over to Bluma. Thank you all so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Bluma Zuckerbrot-Finkelstein, and I'm JCP's Chief Strategy Officer. And I'd like to show you today how your gift to Federation helps alleviate food insecurity throughout the world. So there are two ways that your gift to Federation helps alleviate food insecurity. First, we're able to grant funds to our local agencies who provide direct food assistance to members of the Memphis Jewish community. And second, we're able to grant funds to our overseas partners, Jaffe and JDC, who provide food assistance to Jews throughout the world. The first major program that we direct are the congregate meals at the MJCC and Plow Towers. So before COVID, through the Scheid Hohenberg Kosher Hot Meal Program in cooperation with MIFA, daily hot kosher lunches were served in the Plow Towers dining room and the MJCC dining room. These are hot, nutritious lunches, and they also an opportunity for socialization for our community seniors. Here on the left, you see a picture from Plow Towers, and on the right, a picture of the congregate meal site at the JCC, and the woman over here is an Israeli scout who was eating lunch with the JCC seniors. So before COVID, there were about 53 residents per day at Plow Towers who came to the dining room for these daily lunches. And during COVID, that increased because the seniors who didn't come couldn't go out, they're isolated. So they signed up for the meal program, and now there's an average of 68 residents eating every day at Plow Towers. Pre-COVID, there were about 10 to 15 per day at the MJCC. And every day was could be a different group of people. And during COVID, those who came to the JCC were offered the kosher home delivered meals instead of the congregate meals. The home delivered meals is administered by Fogelman Jewish Family Service, and these are flash frozen home delivered meals prepared by Holy Cow, delivered every 2 weeks, 10 meals at a time. They're specifically made so that they can be heated in a microwave. And the numbers vary widely because of changing circumstances. Sometimes a senior will just need it when they get out of the hospital for a few weeks. Some of the seniors are on it continually, so it's very large variance in the numbers. But you can see that because of COVID, there was an increase. Between January to March, 84 meals delivered, and between April to June, 98 meals were delivered. And since COVID, 14 new meal clients have been added to the rosters of home delivered meals, and most of those are from the congregate meals who were offered the option of the home delivery. And here's a FJFS volunteer loading up the trunk of his car to deliver the home delivered meals. FJFS also has a food pantry, which is supported by the grant that Federation gives to Jewish Family Service. The pantry provides shelf-stable goods, fresh produce, and household items. Items are donated by community members, they're bought by FJFS, and they also get food from the Mid-South Food Bank. And fresh produce is provided from Beth Shalom's gleaning program. And here's a picture of volunteers sorting the produce from the gleaning program. And that's a program where Beth Shalom volunteers go to the Agri Center and they get food and then bring it back and sort it, and it goes into the food pantry and also goes into the home delivered meals. The number of families utilizing the food pantry also varies from month to month. Between January and March, there were an average of 26 families, and again, we see an increase because of COVID. Between April to June, an average of 36 families, and in April, there was a spike with 43 families. And that spike was probably due to getting into the COVID mode and also possibly because of Passover. Here's a picture of the staff at the food pantry. So if you haven't been down there, you can get a little sense of how it's set up. Other FJFS food initiatives are the Passover and Rosh Hashanah food boxes that are provided by Baron Hirsch. And FJFS delivered 40 boxes this past Rosh Hashanah. They also distribute Kroger gift cards for food, gas, and prescriptions. And the Shalom Shuttle driver is trained to detect food insecurity. So when the driver brings someone to the grocery and then helps them put their food packages in the car, he takes a peek inside to see what it is that they're buying. And he also helps bring in the packages and is sometimes able to look in the refrigerator. So if he detects that there might be an issue with food insecurity, he can alert the caseworkers at JFS. Moving globally, JDC provides 190,000 impoverished and often isolated Jews across the former Soviet Union, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America with life-saving aid, including food. In addition to the FSU, countries including Estonia, Latvia, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, Egypt, Morocco, Greece, India, Venezuela, Argentina, and Cuba. And we're asked not to publicize the fact that JDC provides food assistance to Venezuela because it's very sensitive because of the political situation there. In 2019, about 90,000 people in 11 FSU countries and 76,716 Jewish elderly received food assistance. In Israel, generally, JDC works a little differently in Israel, whereas in the rest of the world, they provide direct programs, direct services. In Israel, they partner with the Israeli government to develop programs, but because of COVID, they did step in and they provided over 95,000 quarantined elderly young people with families and those on disabilities with critical assistance, including food. JDC primarily provides food assistance through bank and food cards because this is a way of keeping the cost of service low, and it also gives dignity to the clients by enabling them to shop on their own and make their own food choices. Some get bank cards where they receive a debit card that they can purchase both food and medicine at any grocery store or pharmacy with a debit card terminal, and others get food cards that are special store-specific debit cards which allow them to buy food. They also provide food assistance through food packages, including basic non-perishable items delivered to clients on a monthly or quarterly basis. And food packages are provided to those who are living too far from grocery stores or those unable to shop for themselves. And they had a marked increase in food packages during COVID. The contents of the food package vary by location based on the region, culture, and availability. And here you see some items that are in a typical food package in the Odessa region. Our other major overseas partner is the Jewish Agency for Israel, Jaffe. And most of their programs are not food programs. They help at-risk immigrants in other ways, and not only immigrants, anyone who's really at risk, but they did step in during COVID. And they provided the over 5,500 new immigrants to Israel. And just as an aside, it's amazing that that many people made Aliyah during COVID. But they had a quarantine right when they got to Israel, and Jaffe provided them with all their food that they needed for their first 14 days of quarantine. And then Jaffe also provided food for them to help them get set up in their post-quarantine apartments. Jaffe also provided food baskets and customized Passover food to elderly Ethiopian immigrants who were already in absorption centers because obviously they couldn't go out. And they also provided food vouchers and packages to those in Mechinot, their pre-army programs, and those in youth villages who were in need. Amigor is Jaffe's subsidized senior housing, and during COVID, they provided Amigor 1,000 residents across the country with food assistance in various ways. And globally, Jaffe works with local Jewish leaders to ensure that community members, including homebound elderly, who are facing food insecurity, get what they need. And particularly, they worked very much with the Italian Jewish community, who, as we know, was hit very, very hard by COVID. And in Ethiopia, Jaffe provides services to the 8,000 Falash Mura who are waiting to make Aliyah, ensuring that those most in need receive 2 meals a day, 5 days per week. So thank you for helping to alleviate food insecurity throughout the Jewish world. And now we're going to meet Ludmila, who is a client of JDC.
Я уже 9 лет на улице не была, я не знаю, что такое улица. У меня Ирина, это свет в окошке. Она, как говорится, мои глаза, ноги и руки.
Сага о форсайтах.
Так как у меня катаракта, она мне читает. Она меня моет. Она мне готовит. Она мне стирает. Она убирает. Это, как говорится, маленькая моя жизнь. Меня зовут Людмила Старикович. Я живу одна в Минске. У меня папа был на фронте. Он был 3 ранен. И мама у меня была в партизанах. У нас как-то очень ценились еврейские традиции. У нас очень любили еврейские песни. Я работала в национальной библиотеке. Работала я там 29 лет. Я уже была на инвалидности. Ко мне относились нормально по-человечески. Хотя я лежачая, незрячая. Но я инвалидом себя не считаю. И я, как говорится, всем говорю, люди, не надо себя унижать. Надо быть наравне со всеми.
I met Mila Starikovic 5 years ago. She hasn't been out for years, but she wakes up every morning and she smiles. She is a warrior indeed, and a living example of bravery.
Бывает, иногда я грущу, конечно, но это редко. Вдохнул-выдохнул, и вся проблема ушла.
Without JDC assistant, we won't have Lyudmila Starikovic. She wouldn't be able to survive.
Белорусам мы пережили такую страшную трагедию, Чернобыль, и войну пережили, и Холокост. Надо поддержать тех, кто нуждается, а нуждающихся много. Без помощи вашей я не хочу даже те моменты, я не хочу вспоминать. Как говорится, мои
Bluma, are you finished?
Thank you, Bluma.
Okay, then we're going to go ahead and do another drawing. This is for the cookbook, the final cookbook, and it's Andrea Sander. And then we have a gift certificate for the bagel, Rhonda Sislowski.
All right. Thank you, Myrna. Thank you, Myrna. Can you hear me? Okay. As you have all heard at least once or twice today, we are living through a unique time in history. And although it might be difficult and strange, it has forced us to re-examine our connections, our conversations, and our commitments. I hope that today, if you have not done so already, you will make a commitment to sign up for any of the committees that are headed up by 6 of our fellow Lions who I am so grateful to for stepping up to serve. Each of them has made a commitment to our vision of using food to break down cultural barriers, feed the food insecure, or help to bring us Lions together to preserve our Jewish identity as we build connections with each other. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank every one of you who have dropped off food donations for the local college students who are food insecure and for the kosher food pantry. Before I introduce our first chair, I want to remind you that anytime during this call, using the chat button below, you can volunteer to sign up for any of these committees. If you're not sure how to do it, just call the Federation office this week and tell them you'd like to sign up. Our first chair is Molly Wexler, who is heading up the program committee. Unfortunately, she had a previous engagement, so I'm going to share her words with you. Good afternoon, Lions. The program committee will brainstorm and implement events that empower and build meaningful connections with Lions and with women of other backgrounds. This year, we will focus on food as a connector. Food is a bridge we use to nourish ourselves and is a shared experience among all people. Through an examination of food, we can discover the similarities and differences we have among our Lion families, as well as with women of other cultures. Some examples of possible events are a virtual food tour, a holiday recipe exchange, or a cooking demonstration. In these difficult times, it is especially important to build positive connections. If you are creative, enthusiastic, or just love food, this is the committee for you. Please sign up today. Our next chair is Kimberly Strom, who is heading up our Tikkun Alum Committee.
Thanks, Shelley. Hi, everybody. I'm Kimberly Strom. I know many of you, And I met a lot of you on the most incredible trip of my life is when I went to Israel with Federation and Laura and many of you on this call. And I've only lived in Memphis exactly 2 years on September 22nd. But the trip to Israel and all the friendships I've made in Memphis have really been life-changing for me. And the reason that I want to be a part of the Lions of Judah and also to be a chair of this amazing committee, I'm actually humbled that I was asked, but I'm very excited about it. And just a quick background, when I came to Memphis, I spent a full year designing and consulting on a wellness center for University of Tennessee Medical Center, for the whole downtown medical center, for the students and staff and faculty. And in that year of planning, we had a yoga, Pilates, and meditation studio, but we also were going to have a nutrition aspect of this entire program. And I found out while I was researching and meeting with different people that there are many medical students who are food insecure, and I found that to be really surprising. And in addition to that, I met with a doctor who is a culinary medicine doctor. So we were working at trying to start a farm stand for the students downtown and lots of other ideas. I was on the wellness committee with the medical students, and they wanted to start a food truck to drive all around the city and help food insecure areas. So I feel like I have a little bit of an idea, but because I'm probably the newest kid on the block, I was promised by Shelley and Debbie that the group would step up and help. So I'm not gonna decide what we're gonna do as a committee, but as a committee, we're gonna try to get to know each other better, as well as different groups in Memphis that are already helping food insecure areas. And I want the committee to come up with ideas for either fundraising or whatever it is we decide. I'm really excited. I quickly have 10 people already on the committee who I've emailed already, and we haven't met yet, but that means we have a blank slate. So if you would still like to join us, I'm sure there's room for more people, and I would love to have you as part of the committee. So thank you so much for welcoming me and my husband into this incredible, beautiful community in Memphis.
I think I'm next after you, Kimberly. Hi, everybody. I'm Jill Nodowich, and I want to say good afternoon to all the Lions. I am in charge of recruitment, and I want to thank Mimi Grossman and Alla Olswinger-Lubin for signing up on this really fun committee. To date, just to let you know, ladies, we have 119 Lions, which is a great number. And I wanted to just give you a little bit of information about recruitment in the past. In 2017, we got 6 new Lions. In 2018, we got 9 new Lions. In 2019, we got 6 new Lions. So we're averaging about 7 new Lions a year. And this year, we have 5 new Lions. We have Roseanne Goodman, who is very excited to join us because of her mother-in-law's pin, which her husband found. And so that's one of those lost lion pins. So that's something exciting to share. And she's excited to be a part of our group. We have Lisa Frisch. We have Nikki Buring. We have Janice Ringel. We have Alana Cohen. So we also want to take a moment and mazel tov to Molly Wexler and Debbie B. Lazarov for becoming Rubies. So mazel tov to those women, and mazel tov to the new women that are joining our group. I'm excited to have them. But I also wanted to put out to all the ladies that are on the call, if you know somebody that's interested in being a Lion but isn't sure about being a Lion, feel free to invite them or have them call either myself or Mimi or Alla or anyone. And let's just kind of let them come along for the ride and see some of this wonderful programming that we're going to do this year on food insecurities. I think we've had a reputation in the past just to be the women that wear the pin. And I think now with social action, we're women that are walking the walk and talking the talk. So I'm excited to be part of recruitment, and I'm hoping everybody will just reach out to a friend or talk to someone that might be interested in joining us. And with that, I believe it's you, Marlene.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year, and I hope everybody had a very meaningful fast yesterday. I know it was certainly unusual. Anyhow, the committee that I am going to chair this year has a working title of Rescue the Lion. And Jill mentioned it just for a second about Roseanne Goodman and finding that pen. And she became a lion. So that kind of says everything about this committee in a way, but I wanted to just give you some information. This committee was created to protect the Lion of Judah pens that belong to women who have passed away. The concept of Lion of Judah and a committee and a commitment to philanthropy meant so much to these women. It's important for us to keep them in our thoughts and remember them in meaningful ways. Our pens are recognized around the world, but as Jill said, we know the woman behind the pen is what it's all about. Interesting but sad fact, around the US, some pens have been found in estate sales and pawn shops, soon to be new pieces of jewelry worn by someone who has no idea what it really represents. Our committee will establish a process going forward about how to reach out to the families, and we may actually be calling on lions that we feel might have that communication with certain families if we need help. And our hope in the end is that the relationships we create with the people we talk to and talk with about their mother or grandmother and what it might mean for their activity in the community, in the Jewish community, in the greater community, and that instead of giving us the pen, they'll want to be wearing it. So anyhow, it's going to take some formation, but we'll figure it out. And I want to thank my committee members so far: Sue Ann Lipsey, Sally Winder, Carol Zalowitz, Andy Uberall, and Mimi Grossman. And if anybody else feels that they can help, please join us. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. First of all, I want to wish everyone happy and healthy New Year. And I hope everyone had a meaningful Yom Kippur. And secondly, I want to tell everyone about my exciting committee. This committee will create ways to recognize extraordinary women of achievement in our community, and specifically in the Jewish community. And as well is hopefully one day we will be able to recognize women in leadership committee and leadership positions in other communities as well. I have a wonderful 6 volunteers, and I'm very thankful for them to sign up in my committee. It's Judy Moss, Jolie Kisberg, Melanie Fine, Aileen Cooper, Benny Dragetsky, and Sally Vander. I really appreciate it, and hoping more of you will sign up. I promise you we're gonna have a lot of fun creating meaningful ways to recognize these extraordinary women in our community. Thank you so much, everyone. Be healthy and safe.
Okay, I'm going to take over with a little happy for somebody. A pearl and fringe necklace that we're going to raffle. And I promise I'm not cheating. The winner is Kimberly Strom. Okay, congratulations.
All right, you got me? Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Lazaro, co-chair with Shelley of Lions of Judah this year. I want to start by talking about Yom Kippur. Yesterday, many of us fasted, proving that we were capable of reflection, self-discipline, and to temples machzor. In fact, our fasting is supposed to motivate us to help others. The machzor goes on to say, I chose this fast as an act of purification. I rededicate myself to a life of purpose. I chose this fast as an act of solidarity. I link myself to my Jewish brothers and sisters everywhere. I chose this fast as a spur to compassion. I will not forget those who are hungry and suffer all over the world. To me, this passage speaks directly to us as Lions of Judah. It reminds us to stand together so that we can serve those who are hungry and suffering, not only in Memphis, but also in Israel and across the globe. This passage reminds us to remain true to the reasons that we became lions in the first place, to continue to be compassionate, strong, and leaders in our community. Thank you for attending our fall kickoff this afternoon. It has been great seeing so many beautiful and caring faces on my Zoom screen. Our committees will be busy at work over the next couple of months, creating meaningful, educational, and entertaining programs and projects for you, as well as recognizing those among us whose lives are shining examples of women of merit. As we continue to support the Memphis Jewish Federation, both financially and by spending time together, we strengthen our own bonds as Lions of Judah, and we make a difference to the lives of our fellow man. Happy New Year to all, and may we all be renewed for a year of goodness. And thank you for coming together with us this afternoon. We will be in touch. And that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Thanks, everybody.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Healthy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Great program. Great program.
Great
Very
program.
good
Yes,
program.
that was
Excellent.
perfect. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank
Very
you,
nice,
everybody.
One,
Bye,
stay well.
everybody.
Great job, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
So good to see everyone. Bye, guys.
No.
Bye.
Bye-bye.